I'd like to start with the opening statements, 2 minutes each, starting with Robyn.
Folks, I'm Ron GALPERIN, and I first of all want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and also to thank SOHA and everybody who's part of it for putting this on. It's a great public service that you're doing. I've been in Los Angeles for 25 years, and this is a city that I really love. But the reason that I'm running is because we can do a lot better. I worked my way through law school to realize the American dream that inspired my parents to come here to this country. They came from Romania and from Israel, and they taught me values, and they instilled in me values of education, of hard work, of public service, values that I want to bring to the LA City Council and that are desperately needed at the City Council. I also bring my experience in business as an attorney, on my neighborhood council, and teaching LA City government classes through a program I developed with the city, and as a cantor, but that's another story. Now, my focus is on applying these experiences to bring 3 basic things. 1 is fiscal reform and accountability to this city. Number 2 is to cut the waste. Number 3 is to deliver for our neighborhoods. And the only way that we can do number 3, to deliver for our neighborhoods, is in fact to cut that waste and fiscal reform. We know government is a mess, and we know that the basic services are not being delivered in our neighborhoods. In fact, we also face a $433 million deficit, right? But we've got $1.1 billion in uncollected debt in the city of Los Angeles. Things like $5 million in uncollected elevator inspection fees, $3.5 billion in uncollected fire inspection fees, planning fees, the list goes on and on and on. I'd be happy if we collected 40% of that, quite frankly, and can imagine what we could do with that. Imagine how many streets we could pave, imagine how many police we could hire. So we all have a list of more city services that we want, and everybody here will talk about those needs. But I'm the one that has a plan of what we're going to cut and how we're going to raise the money to actually do those things, because that's what you need. You can't rely on the same crowd that we've had.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here, and thank you always showing up, SOHA, in style. My name is ADEENA BLEICH, and I'm running for City Council because I made a decision about 8 months ago to quit a job that I loved because I felt that things were terribly wrong in our system. And I believe we have a moral obligation when we see something wrong to step up and try and fix it. We have huge problems, as Ron was talking about. A city of 4 million people and growing, a city that has 469 square miles, 10,000 miles of sidewalks, 6,500 miles of streets. And they haven't been fixed, most of them, since 1968. It is a very hard predicament. But the reality is, you know, as I'm walking door to door, a lot of people are cynical. A lot of people believe that we can't change it. But I believe we can if you have the right combination of experience and a little bit of push. And that's what I bring to the table. I left the council office 5 years ago. And when I was in the council office, I saw that there was a lot of things that we could do better. And I'm coming back to it so that I can vision it, so that we can create a real customer care center, so that we can make sure that anything that you need is the answer will be, how can I help? Everybody in that office will be there to respond to you. We're going to have real pragmatic solutions for crime, traffic, education. There is nothing that we can't do. And I'm coming back to it also with expertise, having served as the director of New Schools, Better Neighborhoods, where I learned about planning. Most council members do not have experience with urban planning, and it's very vital if we are going to deal with the issue between traffic and development. So I'm going to ask all of you to please consider voting for me, because what I want to do is the business of managing the city. What I want to do is this job. What I want to do is wake up every single day and figure out how to problem solve for you.
Thank you. Paul?
Well, it's great to see all of you here, and particularly a lot of very friendly faces, a lot of friends in this audience. And I want you to know, first of all, I'm the only person on this panel that is actually a San Fernando Valley resident at birth. Also, I grew up in the 5th District. I went to elementary school through college in the 5th. I'm the only person that can say that. And I'm the only person that's represented the San Fernando Valley. First as a field aide to Councilman Marvin Browdy years ago, fixing potholes and getting trees trimmed and doing the nitty-gritty. I was chief of staff for a while for Brad Sherman, and I also had the opportunity to serve this area as a member of the state legislature. I was in the state assembly for 6 years. And I had a chance to work closely with SOHA and the leadership of SOHA on some critical things. Number one, when I was elected, the 405-101 improvements have been approved, but they were supposed to take almost 10 years according to Caltrans. So we worked to badger them and strategize with them and pester them, and we got it done in around 6 years. And I'm very proud of that. Also, there was a proposal to expand the 101 freeway. It would have taken 1,000 homes of Valley residents. I thought that was a terrible idea. I was the first elected official to object to that, and that led to that not going forward. Had it gone forward, it would have taken years of construction. We would have added a lane. The lane would have been full the first day, and the only real difference would have been we would have lost 1,000 homes, which was just insanity. Those are the kinds of things I've done. I've worked closely with the Valley, and interestingly enough, when I first got elected, I had a little grand opening at my little Valley satellite office. We were expecting 20 people. 500 people showed up, which told me that Valley residents are hungry for some representation. There certainly are in this case with the current council member.
Thank you.
You'll get it from me.
Thank you very much.